Another day, another dollar with your homeboy Jermaine, and right now I am starting off the day with a caviar delivery. Was gonna go online with Uber Eats, but caviar has the 35% bonuses right now, so I would rather accept, you know, an order that's gonna pay me 15 bucks because I can see that it's gonna pay me 15 bucks and I can also see the drop-off location. I would rather accept that order than some order on Uber Eats that's probably gonna be like $5 and I have no idea where the drop-off location will be. And also that drop-off location could be really far away and super inconvenient. Just picked up this order and today is definitely on the chilly side. My fingers like got that frostbite thing going on right now. And it's super sunny outside, look at that. It's a gorgeous day. Just knocked off that delivery. Already accepted another one. About to pick this item up. Way down here in the marina. About to pick up this next caviar drop off and deliver it down to Soma. I noticed in the comments someone was talking about the white Apple headphones. Well, I'll tell you why they're always like around me or they're always in the shot. That's because I listen to music while I'm cycling. That's why the headphones are there. And another thing is I'm being real. Like if I was being fake, believe me, every single shot would be staged. None of these shots are staged. The reason why you see my headphones is because I just pull my camera out and start talking and the headphones are just right there. If this was all fake, believe me, it would be perfect every time. You would never see the headphones. My face would look perfect all the time. I would never have, you know, food on my face or anything. That would be staged. But what I'm doing, I'm just like pulling out a camera and just doing it. All right, just finished that drop off and ooh, I got a lot to tell you guys. So on the way from here, on the way from the marina to here, I'm cycling. I sure hope this wasn't a YouTube subscriber or someone who knows me from TaskRabbit. So I'm cycling, right? And I'm on this street, and it's a type of street where there's like street sweeping today. So there's no cars parked where cars would normally be parked. So I'm cycling there. Now, if it wasn't street sweeping, there's no way I would be cycling there because there would be cars there. So I'm cycling, there's this car coming from behind me, and I'm going pretty fast, all right? I'm like cruising, and it's like a slight hill, and I'm cruising, I'm going pretty fast. And, you know, this lady comes up from behind, and she like slams on her brakes, and at the same time, she honks at me. And I'm thinking, like, what are you honking at me for? Like, I mean, how can I get out of the way? I'm basically almost riding on the sidewalk here. So I yelled at her, right? Like, hey. So she just took off, right? And, you know, took off and she went to the stop sign. So I started to cycle up. Well, she stopped at that stop sign. And it was another stop sign because, you know, in the marina, there's stop signs like every 2 blocks. Every block, there's a freaking stop sign. So she goes to the next stop sign. So she blows through that one. So I go through that one too. She gets to the 3rd stop sign. And before she could even get to the stop sign, there's like traffic. This is why you should never ever honk at someone who's on a bike in the city, because you may hit traffic and they may catch up with you and you may just be stuck in your car and they could be outside of your car like yelling at you. So it's not a good idea to honk at bikers, okay? Especially when you can get caught in traffic. So now she's in traffic and I'm like up by her window and I'm yelling at her. I'm like, look, you just tried to run me over. And there's all these people standing on the street and she's pointing like all these people around and I'm like, I don't care, those people aren't gonna do anything. And I'm just yelling at her, and honestly, like, I'm saying some things that I'm not gonna repeat here because I'm, you know, I guess I'm like this nice guy, but every now and then people tick me off, especially when you take a car and you try to like run me off of the road. All right, so that was just half of the story I had to tell. All right, after I got here and dropped this order off, gosh, I go over to the security desk. That takes forever. I walk upstairs. Dude, this office is like the sickest thing ever. As soon as the elevator doors open, it's like all white. So I'm like stepping out and I'm like, oh, whoa, is this right? Is this right? You know, and I'm like, wow, this place is sick. But it's like I think some fashion studio or something. So I go over to the front desk, just like normal. And usually when you go to like companies like this, you go to the front desk and like 9 times out of 10, someone at the front desk is expecting you or someone usually meets you at the front desk. As soon as I walked up, she stopped looking at the computer and looked at me and I said, I have a delivery for Joe Smo, right? And she just gave me this look for like 5 seconds. And she was like, so do you have his phone number? You wanna call him? And I'm like, oh, okay. I'll give him a call. And I'm like, dang, my bad. So I called that guy, dropped the order off, and now I'm back downstairs. Look at this hella long line at this Hala food cart. That's like the coolest thing to do in San Francisco, is to wait in line while you're doing something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna cut the Uber app on. Why not? Let's experiment with something on Uber Eats. I was in the city earlier and I bumped into, you know, another Grub Hub carrier, and he was like, hey, you should try out Grub Hub. So I was like, really? I should try out Grub Hub? So he gave me this code, and check out all this Grub Hub food I just got. Yeah, it's like more food than I can definitely eat. So I'll definitely have leftovers for later. But yeah, this bread is awesome. And then I got some veggie mimosas and got some sauces here. Yeah, thanks. All right, what do we call this? The dinner rush with caviar. Yeah, so I just started the dinner rush. I'm gonna knock out a couple deliveries while the bonus is really high. Then I'm gonna sign off Lon, head back to the East Bay, and we're gonna call it a night. I'm dropping this order off. I just left it there. There's no one up here on this floor, which is kind of weird. So I guess I'm gonna take the elevator down. These elevators are a little trippy. But yeah, this is something you have to do sometimes. Check out this view. Wow, look at that. I don't think I've seen that angle of the city before. Ding, ding, ding. Next stop one. Leaving the city now. Still got a whole bunch of that Indian food in my backpack. Can't wait to go home and warm some of it up and eat it. It's so quiet in here. Back at the house now, and I gotta tell you guys about the last caviar delivery. So this one order popped up. I was in downtown. Well, it wasn't exactly in downtown. I was in Soma. This order popped up. Go to the Mission District, pick up food from this popular Mexican restaurant and deliver it all the way to North Beach. It was like a $19 order, and I knew that traffic was thick, so I was like, should I accept it? Should I accept it? I ended up accepting it. I got there in no time. Okay, because it was just tons of traffic. I was able to, you know, bike through the lanes and all that. Picked up the order. I got there in maybe like less than 10 minutes. Maybe I listened to 2 songs. And then from there, picked up the item, rode all the way to North Beach. Now, come on, if I was in a car, it would literally take me double the amount of time. Like, I was just, you know, taking back streets, busting rights, busting lefts, just going down Market Street, just doing it. Got to North Beach, dropped that order off, and it was kind of hard to vlog because it was super, super windy outside, but I don't know. Glad that one's over with. And that order was like, I think it was like $19.50 or something like that. It took me less than 40 minutes to complete the entire order. What Caviar recently did, they just bumped up their bonuses, so I'm pretty stoked on that. All day today, I've been getting some pretty decent requests on Caviar. A lot of orders over $15 and $16, and I even saw a few orders for like 20 bucks popping up, but I didn't accept those because I just didn't want to deal with the order. But for now, I'm back at my house. Doing some editing in Final Cut Pro, and I am starting to absolutely love Final Cut Pro. I'm getting more and more used to it, just, you know, figuring it out. It's definitely a learning curve. It's nothing like using iMovie. There is so many more options you can choose from, and there's so many other cool things to do. Yeah, I love Final Cut Pro, and I'm just using it more and more and more every day. And I'm also enjoying this mimosa that I had earlier today from Grub Hub, and I am just chilling. Check out this. I am charging up all my devices here. Got my phone, got my watch, got the small GoPro here, got my battery pack, got the battery for the bike, charging the MacBook Pro. Well, no, this is not a MacBook Pro. This is a MacBook Air. Why did I just call this thing a MacBook Pro? Finishing up Grub from earlier, and I think I'm gonna get ready to call it a night. Feels good to be on the floor. One of the roommates borrowed the massage table. That's why it's not in here. Otherwise, I would be, you know, sitting up on the massage table. But yeah, it's kind of cool to just, you know, sit here like Indian style on the floor, you know, stretch out, do a little yoga, or not really. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace.